The world is in a constant state of conflict. Since the end of World War II in 1945, not a single year has passed globally without incident. In recent years, we've endured the post-9/11 war in Afghanistan, the ongoing conflict in East and Central Africa, as well as the so-called Arab Spring. From an economic perspective, the cost of war is astronomical. In the US alone, it's estimated that the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq have to date cost taxpayers over $1 trillion. Where's the money going? Well, the defense industry is a substantial benefactor. Whether it's to fight a war or to protect a democracy, the defense industry plays its part in both. Economics aside, it's also the technology that drives the industry forward, and it seems that a large portion of that innovation is coming from the African continent. The Paramount Group is a proudly South African as well as Africa's largest privately owned defense and aerospace company. Specializing in land and aerospace solutions, the company is led by South African-born industrialist Ivor Ichikowitz, a man who understands the role of the industry in the context of global conflict.
Given the uncertain economic situation that prevails around the world, the aerospace and defence industry is actually, today, in my opinion, a growing industry. One of the biggest threats to democracy is a lack of security. And I think that on the African continent, governments are starting to realize that you cannot build economies if you don't have security. One of the biggest deterrents to development on the African continent is lack of foreign direct investment and lack of investment by Africans in their own economies. And if you do a survey of why this is, the prevailing thought is that if you have security and stability, investment will follow. And I think that certainly we're experiencing a huge growth in our business, but we're also experiencing a huge change in the way governments think about the importance of investment in their defence capability.
As part of its strategy to provide defense products for peacekeeping missions around the world, the company developed two robust land-terrain vehicles, the Matador and the Marauder. At 13 tons and with an engine size of 6.8 litres, the Marauder is regarded as one of the strongest and safest armoured vehicles in the world, able to withstand multiple landmine detonations and even 50 caliber bullets. Despite its size and bulk, the Marauder can reach speeds of up to 120 kilometers an hour. It also features an ABS braking system that can rival even the most sophisticated car. The technology behind both vehicles was developed in South Africa.
Technology is purely South African, and what we did 5 years ago is we pulled a team together. So from all the people that I've been working with over the last 30 years, pulled all the key people together and started with a clean sheet approach and developed these vehicles from scratch. If you look at these two vehicles, they are, as they leave the factory gate, they are protected against, let's say, 12.7 millimeter, that's 50 cal rounds, and also 7.62 sniper rifles. There is a NATO specification which is called STANAG.
In a highly competitive market dominated by large-scale international players, innovation remains the name of the game.
I believe that our business is about innovation. One of the reasons that Paramount has been so successful is that we are an African company that innovates for global consumption. Now, we've taken experiences from Africa, we've taken expertise from Africa, and we have put huge investment, private investment, into innovation in an industry that's never had innovation that's never had investment in innovation from the private sector before. And we've proven that that's a business model that can work. And we plan to do a lot more of it. And we hope that we'll be an inspiration to other companies to do exactly the same thing.
One of the group's innovation centres is located to the east of Pretoria. It's also the home of the group's military aircraft, the ARLAC. Here, both first and second generation engineers work together to design world-class aeronautical products.
We are running a skunkworks team. Skunkworks is basically a principle where all the engineers sit here on the top and the designers right next to the assembly line. So they really integrate with all the guys building it on the floor. What we've then done is we've taken guys that's come out of programs from Roy Falk and all the other programs that South Africa has already done, major aviation programs, taken that expertise. Those guys are mostly in their 60s. And then there's a massive generation gap where South Africa stopped developing these kind of things. So the next set of team is in the early 30s. And it's all young engineers, young designers, leading the program, but also getting experience from the guys that's done it before, pushing the technology and bringing modern tools also to the table, using old analysis. So we're doing both. We're doing the hand calc and we're doing the computational flow dynamics, both. And they have to meet an answer. And then we know we've done it properly.
The Innovation Centre also serves as a think tank, a concept that has already started to bear fruit.
So what has happened traditionally, we make a part like this, we machine it, and it's out of a solid piece of material. A solid piece of aluminium, we machine away to make a light aircraft part. But sitting at the southern tip of Africa, it's actually quite expensive to import aircraft-grade material. So we're working on a new technology. The first pilot machine is running in partnership with CSIR and government. We'll shortly start making aircraft parts here, which is it's a additive manufacturing, a very fast where you grow the part. We can do this in titanium, we can do this in Inconel, in aluminium, unlimited size. So ultimately we'll grow, you'll bring your car on a flash disk and we'll grow your car for you overnight.
No assembly required.
No assembly required. Our machine is 80 times faster than the fastest machine in the world, 80 times, and it's unlimited in grow volume. So we can really, this part was made as one piece. This is how it came out of the machine, already assembled, already with hinges, everything in it. It opens up the door to a whole new world of, you don't need to assemble stuff, you grow it with all the wiring, all the structure, very efficiently done in it.
Developing aerospace and defence technology clearly has widespread uses. However, for as long as the world remains in conflict, the industry is set to continue to grow, keeping players like the Paramount Group firmly in business.